What's going on, everybody? You're down on Sports Adam. What a game tonight. Game 6. What a game. I don't know where you were watching. I was watching it at some friend's house. It was great. It was epic. Everybody was there. You were either anti Heat, which means you're on the Dallas side, or there were the few sprinkled in Miami Heat fans who just wanted to root for Miami Heat just because they wanted to root for Miami Heat. So basically, there was nobody really rooting for the Heat, and you can see why. You can see why. I don't know if any of you guys were watching the game and how they showed LeBron James and the progression of that Miami Heat team when they were down in the game. The NBA made the villain, and the villain didn't win. For the first time in a while, the villain did not win, and people still love it. People still love it. Dirk Nowitzki, you got laughed at in Game 5. You got laughed at, and then you laughed at LeBron James and D Wade right now. You can laugh at them right now because guess what? You got a title and LeBron James doesn't. LeBron James, you went down to South Beach to get one. You went down. Now, granted, you may have one in the next couple of years. You may have one in the next couple of years. But honestly, you had 21 points in the game. You had a couple points in the fourth quarter. Dwayne Wade didn't have his typical Dwayne Wade MVP-like performance. He had 17 points, and Chris Bosh had his roughly 18 to 19 points a game. I might be flipping those two scores, but you understand what I'm saying. That was an average night for them. And the fact that, and I know a lot of you are watching the game, and Mark Jackson is yelling. I just want to look at two coaches real quick. And Mark Jackson is yelling at the screen. The two coaches that are in this game are Eric Spoelstra and Rick Carlisle. And Rick Carlisle leaves in his bench 5 that he's starting. His bench 5, Niemi, J.J. Barea, Jason Terry, Deshaun Stevenson, and Brian Cardinal, the real bench players. None of his real scorers in the game. And he kept them in all the way to the end of the third period. I thought that was a key coaching adjustment in the game because he could easily took them out and panicked when when Miami was making their run, but didn't. He let it in the hands. He said, "This is your time, guys. You can get it done." I also want to look at the other side on the Dallas side as well. Jason Kidd, the calming factor that he was in the fourth quarter when he. When they needed Dirk Nowitzki, they also needed somebody who could facilitate the ball. I don't know if you guys saw the last play, but the last give and go by Dirk and Jason Kidd, very fitting to end a finals on that note. The two guys who worked their hardest to get there, who basically the story was about. Jason Kidd, the aging veteran, Dirk Nowitzki, the grizzled player. Will he ever get over the hump? They finally both did in that last play of the game. It was very nice. It was fun to see Jason Kidd take his last 2 foul shots, probably of his career, and the last couple of passes of his career. Just so fitting to see. Let's kick it over to the Miami side. Miami, first off, I want to tell you, your fans stink. Second off, I want to say, if you're a Miami Heat fan, you really probably just jumped off this bandwagon real quick because none of you guys were on the bandwagon when in the beginning you just were LeBron James fans. Now you have nothing to show for it. All that hype, jumping on the bandwagon, nothing to show for it. The better team won the game. The better team won the game. Miami, better talent. Hands down, better talent. Hands down, better talent. Tonight, the better team won. And Dirk Nowitzki, man, that guy was fantastic. In the fourth quarter, fantastic. The whole series, fantastic. He deserved the MVP. Remember Derrick Rose won the MVP, but he's not anywhere to be found. Dirk Nowitzki finally got the MVP that he really wants. The MVP that shows to people, to the world, that I am the best player right now in this series. And no one can take that away from you. Today he dies. Dirk Nowitzki, you got it. You're an NBA Finals MVP. So you can let them mock you all they want. You got the ring, you got the bling. LeBron James and Dwayne Wade can't say much. All right, people, it was a great show. Hopefully we're going to have a special guest coming on. His name is Coach P. for Coach Perfection. He'll be popping on with us, giving us some questions. So look out for him. I'm your boy, Don Juan Sports. The Hurry Up. What are you going to do when my show runs wild on you? I'm out.